Oi, Petey, why do good people become monsters? I am a monster, but a good person, and so are you. You're a monster as well. If we were stuck on an island, right, and I was hungry, I would eat you in order to sustain my body and stay alive for survival purposes. If you say otherwise, right, then I'm here to explain to you why currently you and I are good people, but when confronted with a situation, our thinking stops and the survival takes over. This sort of animalistic side of human being, us being mammals, take over. Okay? We're not going to deal with too much academia today because that's what people do on YouTube whenever they are asked a question or there's a question of ethics or morality. The person will bang on about this person, this intellectual said this in 1905 and he's written about. I don't care about none of that, right? But to a certain extent, using academic literature as examples could be useful. I'm just not a fan of boring people with too much uh, example from academia, exactly as other people have done in the past. But let me start with the Heinz dilemma. Heinz dilemma being a moral dilemma, quite a conundrum that whenever I discuss with many people, their answers are very predictable. And it's not because they're bad people or they're stupid or because they're not well versed. It's because everybody wants to be seen as a good person. I, on the other hand, has given up this idea of being a moral human being or somebody with ethics and morality. I am immoral, first of all. So maybe I'm not the best person you should discuss this with. Maybe you need to find somebody where you can play this sort of social politics where you both pretend to be good people. No, I am very, it's not even a question of honesty in my behalf. It's just me telling you what would happen at a certain situation, such as if we were on an island, I will eat you to maintain myself, you see. But as of now, we can both sort of BS each other about what we would do. So, with the Heinz dilemma, I would want to pose this question to you. The Heinz dilemma goes like this. Heinz has a wife. His wife is sick, but he can't afford the medication because the prick at the pharmacy has put the price up high so much that Heinz is actually considering stealing the medication to save his poor wife. If I was Heinz's wife, let's begin with me, I wouldn't even want to be safe, you see. I don't want my poor husband to go through all of this, right? In order to get caught up with the legal system to save my ass. If I've lived long enough, and I'm Heinz's wife in this case, I would tell him, chill out. Let's enjoy our last moment doing something cool. Let it be. If there's no other solutions to get that medication, just let me go. Okay? That's me as Heinz's wife. If I was Heinz, right, again, I will not even bother saving my wife. I will tell her to herself to go steal that medication. Okay? Now you're beginning to think this man is heartless. Like, why would you let your sick wife go and steal? You have no heart. Don't you love her? Where is your love at? If I was the shop owner, right, and Heinz's wife needed medication and it's urgent, my right response to Heinz depends on what type of relationship I have with him. Is Heinz my friend or just a random stranger who's telling me that his wife is sick and blah blah blah? Well, if I was the shopkeeper in this instant, the farmer at the pharmacist, I would ask for some sort of collateral. Well, with Heinz dilemma, apparently the shopkeeper does not want to be fluid with any sort of arrangement payment plans, and so okay, then I'll just tell Heinz, no, I can't do that, bro. You either you're either gonna have to rob this place, but or pull the 10K, because I'm not giving you the medication. In this situation, you as Heinz's wife, what would you do? I just told you what I would do as Heinz's wife. I would give up, surrender to the whole of life, and allow myself, right, to either be taken by the sickness, by the illness, by the disease, whatever it is, right? And go peacefully. And if I was Heinz himself in this dilemma, I would let my wife die. But what would you do if you were Heinz's wife? If I was a shopkeeper, I would just flat out just refuse to even negotiate. But if Heinz was my mate, I would give it to him, knowing that he'd probably be good for it. Or if he's not a good mate, then no. What I just said, right, to many people is madness, delusion. Like, who is this person? And if you agree with me, I want you to understand, bro. You and I are outliers. Many people will not make the decision that you and I will make. And if you did agree with me, you are an abnormal person, bro. Something is up with you. Because other those normal human beings, right, will pick to rob the shop or anything other than to let their wife die if you were Heinz. And the wife will want to cling on to life to live, right? To see another day. And the shopkeeper would want to drive a hard bargain so he can make a profit. Good people become monsters because the world forces you to. Every decision we make connect with the other. You may be the best, the most altruistic, righteous, good-hearted angel on this planet, but the decisions that other people make and that come back around to you will either turn you into a monster or a madman. And most of you are not madmen. In the case of Heinz's wife and me, let's say I am Heinz and I allow my wife to die, that reason being, I genuinely, as PD, this is not even a joke, this is not for YouTube videos, it's not for some sort of this is the difference between those people that make the contents of why do good people become evil. Well, such and such wrote in 1994 that the human beings are Peter Thiel wrote or Peter Singer said that ordinary human beings are no. I'm just telling you how I literally see the world, and then it's up to you to now play this politics with someone else or just be straight up with them. I don't believe in helping anybody. So if I was Heinz in this dilemma, I'm not even thinking about robbing the shop, bro, because I'm not gonna help my wife at all. At all, bro. I don't believe in lifting my little finger to help anybody in this world. And many people will be like, bro, you're a terrible human being. Then that's what I'm telling you. In order for you to be looked at as a good human being, right, you might do some evil. That's why good people become evil. Don't you get it? I'm connecting the dots here. And if I remain and do nothing, then you remain good as a good person. But you're not going to do that, are you? You're not going to follow my example of doing nothing, of helping anybody. If you want to help anybody in this world, you will do evil. You'll become a monster in the process of doing good. That's why good people become all roads all roads to hell are paved with good intention. You've heard that before, haven't you? Okay, and if I was Heinz's wife, this is another real life scenario. I genuinely do not take medication. Right? I don't want to share with you what sort of medical uh, condition I have, but it can be cured, and I refuse to cure it. You might look at me and say, bro, while you're choosing death, I'm not. I'm not. I genuinely have a medical issue that could kill me even up next year, because that's the year where it starts to kill people. But I refuse to take the medication because I genuinely believe in this body, this whatever. I don't want to use words like vehicle, so then you sound like a cult member of some deluded cult somewhere in the mountains. But I genuinely believe, truthfully, I believe in this body to carry me. If it does not, and it cannot repair itself, this is why I don't take medication. Then I go away silently. I die, I pass, and I'm okay with that. I don't really believe in healing the body. It's either the body heals itself or it goes. The day my body cannot heal itself, I'm not running to no doctor. I'm not taking no medication. I'll just let it go. If it heals itself and pick itself back up again, then let's go, big man. Let's live a couple of more years. That is why I said if I was Heinz's wife, I would not ask this man to put his whole life, right? And whatever in danger to save mine. I don't believe in it, in even saving my life. I believe in my body saving my life. And if I was Heinz's wife, I don't think my husband can save me. Only this body will save me. And to avoid him doing something stupid and getting himself caught up in some evil, I'll just take the fall. And if it's my time, then it's my time. Then as a shopkeeper, now here we go. Then PD as a shopkeeper, and my reasoning to why I would be so stingy, and selfish to the core is because I see other human beings as selfish to the core. Then I only get along with other selfish human beings. There's literally no sort of beef between me and other selfish human beings. We get along well. With the moment somebody says they're selfless, I can't really like chill with you. You are avoiding something natural to that is inherent in humankind, in our molecular build-up structure, whatever this thing is that we call this animal, we call a human being, is selfish to the core. And so, as a shopkeeper, if I was a shopkeeper, I would be greedy in that I won't even feel bad that this man is going to lose his wife, right? Because he doesn't have the money to pay me for whatever I think the medication is worth. I want you to understand whatever we just talked about here, if you were to do what the other person consider wrong and do what you consider right, you remain good. But if you do what other people consider right and righteous and the good thing to do, the proper thing to do, the most humane thing to do, the kindest thing to do, then I will finish here by looking you straight in the eye and saying, you are a good person that will one day become a monster because you refuse to accept the reality of how things are. You would rather live in your fantasies on how you want things to be other than how they truly are. And you will look at me and point at me and say, there is the bad guy. There is the true monster. But you're avoiding the fact that you and I could easily, with that snap of a finger, could go from good, nasty, to monsters in a blink of an eye. Now, I will remain good because I do see how everything is connected. Now, if you want to go rob that shop because you're Heinz now and you want to go rob and save your wife, you are a good man that was forced to do something horrific that may result in you even going to jail. And the lawyer or the judge that's going to send you there or the copper that's going to arrest you, they would just be doing their job and you'll just be another statistic in the system. Nothing else. And your existence will give somebody else a job, a reason to wake up in the morning, maybe a guard at the prison or the warden of the prison or your parole lawyer. You just gave them a reason now to wake up in the morning and you gave them a job. By doing that one decision you did, wanting to go out, save your wife, went to rob a shop, now you're locked up. Somebody else who used to think that you were a good person will think now badly of you if they can't even process the fact that what you were doing was for the betterment of somebody else's health. I am aware of what I'm saying. There is no wrong here is what I'm saying. If you do go and rob the shop, I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't. If you, right, don't save your wife like I wouldn't, I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't. Everything here is not even a dilemma. The Heinz dilemma is not a dilemma to me because I'm very sure what I would do. It's only a dilemma because it challenges your moral and ethical boundaries and worldviews and beliefs. The Heinz dilemma is not a dilemma at all to me. It's very straightforward of what I would do. It's only a dilemma because you're a good person and it worries you. The decisions you will make you bad. And so, because you are caught up thinking on what to do, you don't do anything at all. You waste too much time consuming it, worrying about what is the right thing to do. Whereas I've already thought ahead of it, even without knowing what the Heinz dilemma was. My answer to that situation was already there, which is do nothing and let things pan out. I don't know, bro. Many people are gonna misunderstand me and think that I'm a monster and they're the good people. But if you believe you're a better person than me, I don't really care, man. It's just I want you to understand by using real life examples and how I really see the world to how you see the world to paint a perfect picture of how you and I can become evil. Quote unquote evil, because I don't really believe in evil. But anyway, man, see ya. Take care. Be good. Now, out.